नमस्ते, मेरा नाम खुशी अवस्थी है और इस वक्त मनाया जा रहा है सबसे पहला दिन किसका, द ग्लोबल फेस्टिवल ऑफ जर्नलिज्म एंड AVGC नोएडा का। हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं इस वक्त द प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर दिवाकर गोयल जी, जिनकी आज ही एक बुक रिलीज भी हुई है, मेरे बचपन का चांद। इससे पहले मैं इनके बारे में और कुछ बताऊं, मैं ये बताऊंगी कि इनके खुद के अपनों ने इनको किस नज़रिए से देखा है। इन्हें कहा जाता है एक खुशाफिक्र शायर, खोए हुए सोए हुए लम्हों का शायर, दर्द का सौदागर और न जाने क्या क्या। सर, आपको क्या लग रहा है, कैसा लग रहा है हमारे साथ आज मनाते हुए इस फेस्टिवल को?
See, I am very happy and I am very lucky to be life member of your center. My association with Dr. Sandeep Marwa is about 25 years old. And it is a good occasion that we have chosen this time for release of my book, this Mere Bachpan Ka Chand. This is actually the third edition.
Okay.
It has been translated in different languages. And it has come out of my association with my mentor, Kafi Azmi, Alisada Zafri, Naushad Sahab. I am basically a bureaucrat and I have many caps to wear. So I was at Bombay about 13 years. So there the Kafi Sahab was there, Alisada Zafri was there, Naushad Sahab was there. So my company was of these people there. The Javed Shabana, my very close friends. And a lot of fraternity. I was heading the HR for Bombay Airport. And teaching management in Narsimonji for about 10 years. There you see the writing comes, you are all journalists. What is journalist actually? How you differentiate between editor, reporter, journalist, writer? Somewhere you will find it is a synonym to each word and all. It relates to you. Like writer, what is writer? This poetry book, you see, I started writing at the age of 12. Okay. I was a brilliant student, son of an IPS officer. I became a bureaucrat. I am an aviation expert at the global level and the management expert as a HR consultant with ICA Montreal and the only Indian as a human performance technologist. How these poetry books, my books are on law, my books are on aviation, my books are on psychology. My PhD is in applied psychology. So how comes this poetry makes the difference? The poems, you see, it comes, everybody is a poet. You are a journalist, there is a poet in you. How it makes you different from others? Always try to see in your life that you are different. Don't follow any one principle. Go through a biography of all the journalists, all the writers, all big people, and try to see that where you identify yourself. Very few people are there who love themselves. We always think about 75% about others.
Sure.
In the crowd and all, we think about others. How many times you think about yourself? Hardly among 100, 25 you give to yourself. That is the problem. I advocate all of you, journalist students and all, what journalism, there is a great transformation during last 10 years. And I, being from the aviation, I say artificial intelligence. Read my articles. You go to my website you'll find about 100 articles on different topics published in different national and international journals. Recently, I encroached upon this artificial intelligence, its influence on the young generation. Very negative aspects are also coming. These have got positive and negative aspects, both. Like I told today's talk also, if you talk Chat GPT, you write my name. 5, 6, 10 pages will come. Naturally, this much. I walked on the earth. If net is not giving me 10 pages, I have not walked on the earth. I mean, different works. I should be known by my works. So now you see, it's a lot of wrong information is coming. How many people are, how many people are reading newspapers? You see, from 9th onwards. I made a habit of reading newspapers. As a journalist, how many newspapers you read? And it is not only the journalism of newspaper, film journalist is alag. Now you have got at least 10 tentacles among journalism. It's not one field of journalism. There is a specialization, super specialization. And what you are writing, how much is a writer is in you as a journalist? It's very important to write your own thoughts. The biggest problem, I have got great amount of friend circle in all newspapers of the country, in TV channels also. I can boost myself. There is no newspaper in the country who has not profiled me. As a writer and poet is different. I never used my official designation for my literary work.
Sir, talking about the thoughts, my question to you is that you have been writing for so long. You must be having some visions while writing. What are your thoughts that you want people to know and to work on?
I want the young generation, the people to know that if I call myself and all, what were the potholes I faced in my life, I give the message the failures are very important in life. If you don't have the failures, there is no life. You love your failures because they are the stepping stone for success. That gives you the opportunity to understand yourself better. That gives you the opportunity to do much better again. And if you are hesitant on accepting the failures, that is a very negative aspect of your growth. For a growth, it is very important. And in my life, you see, I had many failures also. I wanted to become a doctor. I was a brilliant student, national scholarship holder and all those things, son of a very senior police officer. But I miserably failed to MBBS entrance. I could not got it. Then class 1 services came later on, but that failure, the failure is like first love. You can't forget. The first failure of your life, you never forget. But that failure becomes the motivator. Then when I was heading the administration of the country for all airports, the medical services were under me. So doctors, I was interviewing them. Then I wrote a novel. That novel as film is going to be conceptualized on that. A screenplay is being written on that. That is AIMS Catch Me If You Can. So I wrote on the inside story of a medical student which came out of my frustration of not becoming a doctor. So my message to all of you is, as a journalist, first to be a good writer. What is good writer? Judge yourself, what you have written. Be your own judge. Go to the biography of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. I advocate that. Go to one latest book which I have just purchased 2 days back in a book fair, Mohan Rakesh. It is one of the writers I admire. Go to Kamaleshwar. Go to Agatha Christie novels. And all of you must read Arthur Haley, what we used to read in our childhood days. Arthur Haley, if you are writing, it will help you like anything to be a good journalist. If you read Airport, Money Changers, Hotel, Final Diagnosis, his novels, what I read during my childhood days, each novel speaks about the perfection, about the depth of knowledge. You can't be a good writer unless you are a good reader.
Sure, sir.
You need to read a lot. And reading this artificial intelligence days never give you the opportunity to read the good writers. The entire work of Shakespeare is not there on the net. Digitization. Translation is one thing which is damaging also. If you read Gitanjali of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, I was at Calcutta Airport, I read for 6 years. I read Gitanjali in Hindi. I could not understand. And I was feeling I am not being able to appreciate Gitanjali. If I say in public, people will beat me in Calcutta. You are saying it is absurd. So I confided to one of the poets, a very good friend of mine. So I am not being able to understand Gitanjali. Nobel Prize Gurudev got. He says, what Gitanjali you are reading? Go to the translation by Mahavir Prasad Dwivedi or you see Ramdhar Singh Dinkar. A poet can only write the can translate the poetry. And that's how this Mere Bachpan Ka Chand, when he came in Bangla, Amar Shaishebir Chand, it was translated by Hashmat Jalal, the eminent poet of Bengal. And each poem took about 1 week to get translation. Because they say, we are going to translate your feelings. I don't want to compromise. So as a journalist, you see, must have your role model in life. Must have a role model. Try to identify your personality in one among the heroes.
Done, sir.
Think big. Ask for the moon. If I'm writing a book, 27 books are there. 3 more are coming. One in management, one is in law, and one is a novel for all of you. Break up the stories. I teach management across the world. सो आई गेट सो मैनी स्टोरीज ब्रेकअप, सर हमारा ब्रेकअप हो गया, कंपेटेबिलिटी नहीं थी. सो आई थॉट ऑफ राइटिंग अ सीरीज.
Sir, you
Breakup
just
stories.
have attended a seminar where we all were there and we saw you being honored, and also there was a book release of yours, Mere Bachpan Ka Chand. Help our audience to know more about this book.
This book was written, book is, you see, Love in the Air.
क्वेश्चन से फिर से शुरू करते हैं. 3, 2, 1, take.
Sir, you just have attended a seminar and we all were there. We saw you being honored by Dr. Sandeep Marwa, and also there was a book release of yours, Mere Bachpan Ka Chand. Help our audience to know more about your book, please.
You see, this book you have written, you have told that what my titles have been given, but you are not told who gave the titles.
Okay.
It's very important who gives the title to you. Kafi Saab told a Khushi ke shaar. Why he told Khushi ke shaar?
There must be a reason behind it.
That's what I'm saying. They read my works. Then these titles came. Salma Siddiqui, she told खोए हुए सोए हुए लम्हों का शायर. नौशाद साहब, he says खुदादाद सलाहियत का शायर. Because they say there is inborn something. I'm a grandson of Rai Bahadur, Dr. Kedarnath Goyal, who was friend of Rabindranath Tagore.
Okay.
He was the first Indian civil surgeon. So something is in the poetry, something is in the heart which comes inborn quality, the thoughts coming out. Then you see Kamaljeet, my friend Shabana ji, told bureaucrat with the sensitivity of a poet and unique attraction. Why this book came, I used to write, I was a brilliant student, and after reading I used to write something by pen on the back side of the book. Say 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, something, inscribing. This book would not have come had there not been my friendship with Shabana and Javed and all. It was a diary. I used to write a diary. Once at Bombay airport, she got my diary and read, "Arey, aap to shaयर हैं." मैंने कहा, "I'm not a शायर." Then she said, "अब्बा से मिलाती हूँ आपको, शाम को जानकी कुटीर आइए." और वहाँ हमने जब सुनाई तो अली सरदार जाफरी साहब भी थे, हंगल साहब भी थे, नौशा, सब लोग, जब मैंने एक शेर सुनाया तो यही शेर जो आज आपको सुनाया, ये शेर मैंने लिखा था when I was 19.
Okay.
And for a girl who was 16. Don't be love, you see, it is always very important to have a friend, a female friend. Because you learn a lot from the opposite sex.
Yes.
Because it becomes a challenge. चैलेंज मिलेगा ये नहीं. अब ये मेरे बचपन का चांद में कुछ पोएम्स ऐसी हैं जो लिखी हैं 10-12 साल की उम्र में, कुछ लिखी हैं जब 20 साल की उम्र में, ज़्यादातर कलकत्ता में लिखी, कुछ बम्बई में जो है वो लंबे पीरियड में गिरगांव चौपाटी पे लिखी सागर की लहरों को देखते हुए, कुछ लिखी हैं बहुत दूर भद्रावती चले गए या उत्तरपारा चले गए वहाँ लिखी हैं. हर शहर की अलग अलग जगह, कुछ मेरे ने बीच में लिखी. तो वो कायम से पोएम्स वर इन द एयर. एक आदमी ने कहा कि स्कल्पचरिस्ट से पूछा कि साहब आप इतनी अच्छी मूर्ति कैसे बना लेते हैं, तो उसने कहा, साहब मैं तो मूर्ति नहीं बनाता.
Then?
मैं तो उस पत्थर में जो अनवांटेड पोर्शन होता है उसको निकाल देता हूँ. तो वही चीज़ आपकी क्राफ्ट के साथ है, आपकी जो भावनाएं हैं, आपके जो सेंटिमेंट्स हैं. एक मैसेज मैं देना चाहूँगा एज ए पोएट टू ऑल, जिसमें मेरी जावेद साहब से बहुत लड़ाई भी होती है, और कैफ़ी साहब मुझे कहते थे चलने दीजिए, ये शायरी आपकी चल रही है. ग्रामर का जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है. जो मेरे जीवन में जो सबसे बड़ी गलती रही वो रही कि उर्दू में लिखता रहा लेकिन रदीफ़, काफ़िया, फेलून और मीटर पे करीबी उतनी तवज्जो नहीं दी. आई एम फ्रॉम यूपी, सो ज़ुबान में हमारे जो है वो उर्दू तो किसे कहेंगे, तो हम आप हिंदुस्तानी तुम जितने हो इनमें से कोई भी हिंदी नहीं बोलता.
मिक्स है सब.
नहीं मिक्स क्या, लड़की लड़का, आसमान ज़मीन, दरवाज़ा खिड़की, कुछ भी हिंदी नहीं है.
उर्दू मिली,
सारे फ़ारसी और अरबी के अल्फाज हैं. तो हम जो है अपनी ज़बान पे हमें कमांड होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. अगर आप जर्नलिस्ट हैं, आप इंग्लिश में लिखते हैं, आप हिंदी में लिखते हैं, यू मस्ट हैव ए वेरी ग्रेट कमांड ओवर दैट. तो वहाँ मैं थोड़ा सा, आप पढ़ेंगी जब मेरे बचपन का चांद, तो आपको मीटर नहीं मिलेगा कई जगह आपको रदीफ़ नहीं मिलेगा, काफ़िया नहीं मिलेगा. एक शेर सुना देता हूँ आपको, मैं सुना देता हूँ जो इस बुक में है. ज़िंदगी आज फिर चंद गमों के मोहताज हो गई, ज़िंदगी आज फिर चंद गमों के मोहताज हो गई, जहन का दर्द अभी चैन भी न ले पाया था कि बदगुमानियों की इंतहा हो गई. अपनी रुसवाई से तुम इनकार नहीं करते, उनके सितम का भी इजहार नहीं करते, फिर भी न जाने क्यों दर्द जिगर हालते नासूर ले बैठा। पिघले लावे से भरे दिल पर हम उनके तीर का इंतज़ार करते रहे। फिर बार बार दोहराने की तो कुछ बात नहीं, हम नहीं चाहते बेपर्दगी इस गम की, फिर भी न जाने क्यों आंसुओं की लौ पे जलते, राख हो अनजाने बिखर ही जाते हैं ये कुछ से सकते अरमान।
वाह सर।
तो ये चीज़ें जो हैं इस बुक के बारे में इतना ही कहूँगा कि इट हैज़ गॉट सच एन ग्रेट सक्सेस अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड, आई मस्ट से। वो 32 कंट्रीज़ आई ट्रेवल्ड एज एन एविएशन एंड मैनेजमेंट एक्सपर्ट, और कई जगह तो मुझे हिंदी की पोइट्री को, अभी मैं रियाद जाता हूँ हर बार एक ग्लोबल कॉन्फ्रेंस में, तो शेख वगैरह कहते हैं साहब हमें सुनाइए अपना कुछ कलाम, तो वहाँ कलाम को इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेट करना पड़ता है। कुछ उर्दू जानते हैं लोग, तो सऊदी अरेबिया वगैरह में उर्दू का इतना चलन नहीं है, अरबी और फ़ारसी का ज़्यादा है, तो वहाँ ट्रांसलेट करना पड़ता है।
Sir, we are looking forward for more editions of this book, and we are really thankful to have you on this platform. And we are
एक शेर आपको अपने ऊपर कह देता हूँ जाते जाते।
Sure, sir.
शमा हूँ फूल हूँ या रेत पे कदमों का निशां, शमा हूँ फूल हूँ या रेत पे कदमों का निशां, आपको हक है मुझे जो भी चीज़ चाहे कह लें।
Thank you so much, sir.
And this book is for you.
Well, it's an honor, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
For more insightful conversations like these, don't forget to follow AAFT 24x7. This is your host, Khushi Awasti, with video journalist Satwik Jaiswal.